All right, this video is kind of a specialized video. This is for our friends down in Australia. What do you do every time you see someone in Australia as an American?
I don't know.
Good day, mate.
Oh, good day, mate.
I know Aussies like controls.
I know what a didgeridoo is.
No, you don't. Is that the instrument?
That's jokes.
All right, so I'm actually super excited about this. We get a lot of calls from people from Australia. And when you look at our YouTube analytics, they're like, after America, they're our biggest country who actually watches us, like highest percentage or something. So there's a lot of interest in the 12-valve Cummins in Australia. And they have their own version of a Cummins.
It's a Nissan Patrol.
I don't know what to call it. What do they call it down there?
A Nummins?
Cummins? Patrol? Cummins? Cummins? They have a Cummins, but it's not a Ford. It's a Nissan Patrol. It's this really cool thing, and we get calls all the time. They have some real issues, though. I always talk to them and say, let's put a monster set of compounds on there. They're like, the steering wheel's on the right-hand side. So you have the drive shaft going right through it. So it's kind of, they have some problems that we don't have to deal with because the vehicles are made for left-hand
We never
drive.
even think about that.
No.
I was like steering on the wrong side of it. I mean, you don't get it. But
Right in the way of big turbos.
luckily for you, there is a shop down there that is specializing in 12-valve Cummins parts.
Yeah, this guy's really cool. We actually met this guy like 2 years ago. He flew. He's pretty hardcore 12-valve. He's a good find. He flew all the way to SEMA to meet with us, and he got some turbos from us, and we met him there, sent him with a bunch of stuff, and he flew back home. And the guy's name is Matthew. Matthew Kelly's his name, and he's got a website called doubledutydiesel.com. He's been selling lots of like replacement parts, like stock lift pumps, filters, things that are hard for Australians to find. He's kind of sourced them, so if you need to get replacement parts for your truck, or if you're patrol, or whatever you're doing, he's the guy to bring them to you. So he's called us and said, I want to offer some performance parts. So he's actually our first distributor in Australia. We sell a lot of parts to guys in Australia. We send them all kinds of stuff, but it's very difficult because you guys just get nailed with the fees and duties they attach to this stuff.
Shipping. I mean, it's
I feel
terrible.
bad. It's
I feel bad for you guys.
Every time you get a single box, it's very expensive. So it's kind of nice to have one guy who gets a big box, and so he can save you guys some money, hopefully. And so, Double Duty Diesel, I want to talk to you about the things that he has in his shop now. I'm hoping we can kind of get him going so we can have a real source of performance diesel parts in Australia. So he is specializing right now, like I said, in 12-valve Cummins. He's open to expanding to 24-valve stuff and comment on the future, but right now, the 12-valve is what he got. And he got a bunch of performance parts that should work well for you guys who need some patrols or doing some mild upgrades to your 12-valves down there. First off is fueling. He has 12-valve upgraded fuel injectors. He has two sizes right now. Right now he's a 5x12s and 5x14s. Now 5x14's pretty good size. You can make a lot of power with that. And so that's pretty good.
It's 750, I think, is about the most we've made out of them, but we've never tried them on a 13 mil pump. Maybe you could push them clear to 1,000, but
yeah, I'm sure you could. I wouldn't recommend it, but I mean, 600-700 horsepower, it's pretty comfortable.
You know, use what you have available, you know.
That's true. So if you push it hard, I want to see the video. What else? He has these. Tell us about these springs and about what's going on with these springs here.
So he's got 60-pound springs, really common upgrade. Problem is, higher PM, the factory lock and retainer setup fails. So we have these upgraded chromoly locks and retainers for 60-pound springs. And Matthew, who does he go by? Matt?
He goes by Matthew.
Matthew has them at doubledutydiesel.com.
Yeah, it makes it so this is the most budget-friendly bang for your buck spring out there. They're pretty good for the power level of stuff that he has in his shop right now. This is all you need, really. But when you upgrade your springs, you're right there. It's a good time to upgrade your push rods. So he has with him right now is our standard 12-valve push rod. We offer these in a lot of different varieties. But what he has here, or what he has in his shop in Australia, is the standard tip here that will fit in your stock 12-valve lifter. Now, when we do a bunch of builds here, we oftentimes will replace out the 12-valve lifter for a bigger lifter, 24-valve style, and that has a much bigger cup. We put a much bigger tip. But for you guys down there who probably are not doing that quite yet, this is what you need. When you upgrade your springs, you upgrade your turbos, this will not flex. It's a nice upgrade when you're doing a valve train upgrade anyway.
Normal 7/16 120 wall. We've taken them over 1,000 horsepower. They're great. And in our philosophy, there is no the stiffer the push rod, the better. Like, there's no gains on having a flimsy, floppy push rod. You just get better control of your valve train.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys will buy an expensive camshaft, and if that cam's pushing this, but you have a bunch of cylinder pressure for that exhaust, and this thing bends, you're losing duration. So very important that if you're going to upgrade your stuff, don't shortchange yourself by a simple part like this. Another very necessary thing in the 12-valve world is the AFC Live. He has a bunch of these now, so this is really cool. So he actually bought like everything you need for the AFC Live. So tell him about what's all over here.
So we've the upgraded AFC foot we came out with. So he's got the foot, so you don't have to modify your stock foot. You can drop that in. It's got the Max Travel kit. I believe he got a couple of the Ultimates. So you have a couple different spring.
Yeah, so the Ultimates, or he can do all the different kinds. So all the kits available.
So AFC Live and the Max Travel kit, and some optional AFC foot upgrade. Pretty popular, and so he's carrying all that now.
Also,
what about here?
Timing kits. On a 12-valve P pump, you got to raise the timing. If you're going to do any kind of performance upgrades, the stock timing is not optimal for any kind of performance at all. Not even good for fuel mileage. I don't know why they did it, honestly. Probably for emission. I don't know. But it needs more. And so if you want to do your timing, this is a very simple way and a very inexpensive kit to adjust your timing very accurately. They used to do things that had a dial indicator on your #1 plunger, and it wasn't even accurate. I mean, they had it was just some guy who scaled the numbers that didn't follow the cam, and different cams have different things.
It was an extrapolated chart. This is a really accurate way to set your timing, and it's simple. And more fuel, more timing. You need more time for that fuel to burn. You don't want all that fuel burning in the exhaust. All it does is makes a high exhaust temp, and it just wastes fuel. You burn it in the cylinder, make horsepower.
Yeah, that's right.
It's the name of the game, making horsepower.
And if you need timing, you probably need a few more RPM than the stock truck is capable of. So, he got some 5K. Oh no, he has 4K kits.
Not 5K.
Not
Don't look at the 5Ks.
Yes. Right now, he has 4K kits. And so you just got to do this. If you have a stock Cummins, this alone is going to make your truck so much more enjoyable to drive. I mean, everything about it.
If you do 0 upgrades and put governor springs in, you'll feel like you've added 50 horsepower to your truck.
Yeah.
Even though on the dyno, you've added almost nothing. Depends if you make peak power, if it's a loaded dyno before they govern out.
Right.
But the truck feels and it accelerates faster because it does in the normal driving range get into the governed portion of the pump. It cuts back the fuel, makes it weak. So
yeah, it's like you're letting off the gas. It does it for you. So it's so nice.
Even though you're matted to the floor in your Nissan Patrol or whatever you've swapped that 12-valve into, you need governor springs.
It's pulling fuel out of it, exactly.
And delivery valve sockets.
Well, delivery valves. So he's got our standard street style delivery valves. That's going to be our 055, which is your entry level. That's kind of like your tow friendly, smoke control, heat control, really nice delivery valve. The 025 is a fair bit more aggressive for guys looking power. And the 7mm is kind of like our highest, hottest street delivery valve. We have delivery valves that go higher than that, but we don't really run those on the street. The 7mm is pretty much enough for any street application. The thing about these is it requires a special tool to get your delivery valve holder off so you can get at them. So he actually bought a bunch of these too. This is it's a socket. Is that a 35? Well, how many splines is that? Do you even know? 30? 32. I don't know. It's a special little spline socket that fits over so you can pull them out and then you can put them in. So if you don't have this tool, which most people wouldn't, here it is for you, and he has those. So if you buy delivery valves, make sure you get that tool as well so you can install these at your house. This is the start of having performance products available in Australia. We're hoping that this goes very well and he's successful so we can increase the offerings that he has down there so you guys can have access to more and more performance parts. So pretty exciting for us. I mean, we get so many calls from Australia. They're super cool guys. Everybody I've talked to has been really fun.
So we're hoping next year at the Summer Nats, because we know you guys just had that over winter for us as your summer. We want to see a Nissan Patrol with a 12-valve hopped up at Summer Nats, rolling coal, doing burnouts.
Four-wheel drive burnouts.
Four-wheel drive burnouts, Aussie style. Now this American sitting there, we want Aussie burnouts. If you do that, we'll send you a hat and a shirt for free.
And send us a video. That's right. Okay, well that's it for us. Thanks to guys. And again, we're very excited for Australia. Go check them out, doubledutydiesel.com. Just like it sounds, not spelled anything tricky. And yeah, thanks Australia.
Thanks.